All right, I have an important question for everyone. What would you call this dance move? You know, I'm pretty amazing, right? Anyways, reason I did that because that's what our boom is doing on this new sprayer. Did some practice laps yesterday and it started freaking out, started kind of doing the wave there. So trying to figure that out, and hopefully this video can help anyone else that has that problem, or a little bit entertaining because I can dance, right? So our first thought for that boom problem was that one of the sides seemed to be going faster than the other. So we thought maybe it was, it needed a reducer in that tilt cylinder. So we replaced that, and that didn't seem to make too much of a difference. We're still having the boom do the wave, come up and down, kind of go freak out. So our next step was to try to recalibrate the boom settings. And so we'll do that and see how that helps out, but I don't think that'll be the fix, but we will see. So we'll go ahead and try that. So we'll start there, I guess. So the first thing you need to do is usually get your boom pretty level. I'm standing out of the cab, kind of tell them which one needs to go up or down. So this side needs to go down just a little. Okay. Maybe a little more. Okay, looks pretty good. Go up in the cab and look at the computer screen now. All right, Easton, what do we got? Okay. It's been a while since I've done it on a 2630 screen. Usually, last couple times it's just been on the newer display. If you go to here, I think it's the sprayer, calibrate, boom calibration. Boy, I remembered it. Okay, so it was last calibrated of June of 2019. So yeah, I could probably use a new calibration. So let's see, calibrate boom level position. Do that one because that's what I have it for. Then you just follow these instructions, and then you go to the next one and just work your way down the list and then see if that helps. Sometimes that's helped me in the past, so hopefully it'll work now. Or you can always try to factory reset. If you go back a page, very bottom was factory reset. I have never tried that, so don't recommend it, I guess, because I don't know. Okay, so I think I might know what part of the problem is. So we put the reducer on the one side, but then I got in here and I started going up and down, and the one side's way off too. So maybe I'll flip this around and show you, but it goes way faster, like 3 times as fast as the other side. So I bet that side's supposed to have a reducer too. And so then when the sensor is trying to adjust while we're spraying, it just goes super fast and just bounces everything around. All right, got my tape measure real quick. We'll see how this goes. Like I said, super sensitive. That's the one that's going super fast. Okay, now we'll push idle. Next. It says the calibration button to begin, so calibrate. It's not moving or anything. Well, I guess it's moving a tiny bit. I don't know. I just followed the instructions. Oh, perfect. So I found another reducer for that other side, so if this doesn't solve the problem, we'll put this in and see if that helps. Calm things down a bit. Okay. So on my screen it does say press enter to save value, so enter. Okay, so it's calibrated now. Alright. Go into the field and see how this does. Nice thing is, So my dad and his brothers, they own about 1,200 acres around us, so we'll go test it anywhere, I guess. And right now, the back window just broke, the little latch, so probably gonna be a little noisy. It's kind of nice, just dormant alfalfa, so we can leave tracks out here. It's not gonna matter. So I have my boom sensitivity as low as possible. You see how it's just going up and down? I just think it's because the other side is will move so fast. Every little minor adjustment just freaks out this other side. Because I can take off my boom track and it holds, it holds its spot. So I think maybe it just needs that reducer in there. Yeah, so it just holds, but as soon as I click it on, it starts freaking out over there. Driving with one hand is not recommended in a sprayer. It's a two-hand job. It's like impossible to ride it here with the kid on my lap too. But I have to turn around because there was this deer, this huge deer that was dead on the side of the road, and then the next day it was gone. So I thought someone cleaned it up or not, but I found it. Right there in the field. Coyotes cleaned it pretty good. Too bad I wasn't around. They got out my AR and had some fun. Okay, so let's just go put that reducer in, and then we'll just see if that does it. Maybe we'll recalibrate, like I said, that the tilt valve sensor. So it might be a little different now with the hydraulic flow, but let's do that and then see if that's fixes the problem. But because the sensitivity's all the way down on this one, right? Yeah. And then on mine and Dad's it's all the way up. So yeah, let's just try that. So if you're ever working on those tilt cylinders, make sure you tilt it as far as you can down. And I like to push it so it's almost hitting the ground. So if for some weird reason it's not all the way down and you take that hydraulic hose off, it doesn't just fall or something, hit someone. But got that reducer in, and now we'll go back into the field and see if it works good now. Hold this boom. Just one button that I hold down. Kind of nice. The other one would unfold halfway and then do that second half on a different option, but this way it does them both at the same time. Makes it way faster. Our boom is still going crazy. Gosh dang it. See that? It's going up and down, up and down. I have my sensitivity all the way down. On the old one, sometimes the sensor, it's kind of right there. You get a hose, we get in the way, or a weed or something, but there's nothing on these ones. Going up and down. Man, this is freaking annoying. So I guess I'll just check all my connections, probably unplug and replug them all in. Okay. If you ever go to your boom track right here, so you have, this is how high I have it. I have it sensing the ground. Maybe I'll try the canopy, see if that does difference. Sensitivity is 1. The higher you go, the more sensitive it is. Yeah, and then, it says all my sensors are good. There's a good connection to all my sensors, so yeah, I don't know what the freaking problem is, but we will figure this out, because I wanted to use this sprayer on Monday with the new trailer, or Tuesday. Hopefully they won't make me spray on Valentine's Day, but he's a good family friend, so they'll probably understand. And then I also got some mint. I'll probably, well, they said start Monday, but then they realized that Valentine's Day said probably Tuesday or Wednesday would be fine. And that ground's pretty wet, so I don't know why they're in such a hurry. Out here, we're just sand, so we could go anytime. Kind of want to just do our own stuff now and get it done, but the fieldman has not talked to us about that yet. I don't even know if he has product. So We will see. All right, last check. Bump it up to 12 miles an hour. Put my boom sensing on. Just starts off pretty mild, and then it just picks up speed and gets wider and wider motions in there. I'm gonna increase my sensitivity all the way up and see if that made a difference. Maybe we just got a bad sensor on the tilt or something. That could also be the problem. All right, I don't know, that actually seemed a little better. So I'm gonna do one more pass. Set this down. Use my 2 hands to drive. Still going crazy, all right. I give up. Go check all the sensors and tilt sensor. See what that does. I am out of here. Back to the shop. Okay, so here's the back of the boom. And looking at this yesterday as it was going up and down, after we tried everything else, I noticed these little cylinders right here that kind of act as shock absorbers for the, I think they call it the roll. When the boom goes, the centerpiece kind of moves back and forth like this. There should only be like a 1/2 inch gap here. I should not even be able to fit my finger in there. And it's the right distance from the, the green edge of the cylinder to the bracket here, but there's just too big of a gap. So I think that might be our problem. And if you follow this hydraulic hose, it goes to this accumulator here, which kind of acts as a shock absorber, is my best explanation. Keeps things from jerking around on those hydraulic cylinders and kind of dampens it so it doesn't go too crazy. So I'm assuming that's our problem. Those can be recharged. I talked to our John Deere, which is RDO, and he just recharged it with nitrogen up to, I think, 1,800 pounds. So that might be the problem. So we're going to take that off, take it into town, and see what they can do, and then put it back on and see if that fixes our problem. Because I can't figure out how to get those cylinders to move out anymore. That was their suggestion to me, and kind of what I was thinking already. I guess the last thing they said to check, and this is something I forgot there was a sensor here, but this is what the mechanic in town said to look at. There's these sensors right here, and these are like your roll sensors, and just make sure there's not too much play in there. They look fine, they aren't ruined, so check this one. So there's not even one on that side, just one. So I'm gonna fall down in the 4-wheeler, get that accumulator back on. Hopefully you can hear me. And we're gonna see how it does. And it is not looking promising. Boy, I don't know how to get, what else to do to play with those little cylinders. Thought for sure that might be it. I don't know if you can see, but right here, it was just going back and forth like crazy. So I got that accumulator recharged, and it's still not even close. You see, it's like swaying back and forth, and it'll hit there, and then bounce back the other way. See if I can zoom in. Just swaying. Yeah, that's totally the problem. Get a whole view of the thing. No, that was our accumulator too.
But where does it plug into the accumulator?
It just goes back, and that. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that goes to your accumulator. At least Ethan thought it did. Well, let's take that off.
This one goes to there.
But all those go to the accumulator. Turn my hat back around. So it's definitely those, the roll cylinders. I don't know what else to call them. So I'm gonna take this back to the shop, take one off. It's got 2 holes on the end of the rod coming out of there. So maybe, I don't know what those things are called, but those little wrenches, I think they're called miter wrenches. So you can stick them in those holes and twist things. So I can see if that will twist out, or else I might take in a John Deere and ask, hey, how do I get this sticking out? Because like I said earlier, it's only sticking out about 2 inches, and on all of our other spares, it's about 4.5 inches that rod sticks out. So go from there. Well, got back to the shop to take off those cylinders, and a miracle happened. They're touching, they popped out, so maybe it was that accumulator being low. I just drove over here, lowered the boom, and they're popped out. They're touching. They're actually touching, so maybe all of our other spares are low, because they have a tiny little gap. But yeah, both of them look good. So I'm gonna go back in the field and see how this does. Look who came to visit. Say hi, Lila. Say hi. Say hi, Jet. What do you got? Got your slingshot in case we see any coyotes in the field. All right, let's go get in the sprayer. You can come help Daddy. Let's go. Well, we're gonna get out and look, see what those cylinders, if they got pushed back in. All right, kids, just go play for a minute. Daddy's gonna look at this. Yeah, they just got pushed back in. Up and down like crazy stuff. And the cylinders are now touching. Jet, you see that boom going up and down? What the heck is that about? What do you think, buddy? Go! Let's go. That's right, baby. We're gonna follow the sprayer and see what it's doing. If he ever starts going. You driving, Lila? What about you, Jet? You driving? Oh, here we go. Hang on. Oh, he's turning. Hang on, kiddos. It's just that whole thing swaying, and those cylinders aren't pushing back out. Back and forth, it's getting old. Well, go ahead and go home. Pushed in. Pushed in. Yeah, that's how it's working its way in, but it's not coming out. So, guess I'll take it off this time. Thought maybe just being low on hydraulic oil might have made a difference. What was that? Yeah, that's good. Well, decided to bring this sprayer into John Deere. I finally gave up and on that boom and brought it in. So I kind of concluded, I don't know if you can see that, I didn't take a video, but there's all those valves and coil valves, and so the one that went from the cylinder up into here, I took it out, and when I took it out and unthreaded it, the cylinder popped back out. So I replaced that thinking it was maybe bad, but it didn't do anything. So brought it in. I'm out of ideas, so gonna let RDO figure it out for me. So $2.30 an hour, they better figure this out. Well, as you can see, it's raining and finally gave me some time to finish this video. So we did take this to our John Deere into RDO there, and I'll just flip it around and show you what the problem actually was. It was something simple, something we thought about, but the cylinders were throwing us off. So we just didn't think it was that, and so took a professional, I guess, to tell us what the problem was. Okay, so these are the cylinders that we thought were giving us a problem. Turns out all these are for is to help you fold up. So if you fold up, you know, one side here. That cylinder will keep it out to keep this middle part level. And then when you're folding your boom up into the cradle, it has that cylinder lock out just to keep this center frame level. And that's all that's really meant to do. So it keeps it from doing the wave is this shock absorber right here. And those were ruined. You could push it in and out super easy with your hand. And so they just replaced those and it seems to be working fine. Right here, you can see they had to cut that one out. It was stuck in there, but yeah, got it fixed. It did cost us an arm and a leg though to get that fixed, so at least it's working now. It's working smooth. I'll show you a quick video of it running in the field, and hopefully tonight we'll get some night spraying done because it's raining now and should be done then. But yeah, hopefully this was useful. Those are the things I would recommend you checking if your boom's doing the wave. But hopefully you don't have that problem, and hopefully we never have it again. But if we do, we'll be ready. If you did like this video, go ahead and give us a thumbs up and subscribe, and hopefully you'll learn all you need to know about sprayers. But yep, we'll see ya.